They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Knight flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Knight. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And it's up and good. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker right. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Charles Tapper in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Prescott. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now the defense going to use timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Prescott. Forced out to, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down, here's an option right. Finding room inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Off play action. Knight toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Lucky 56.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Prescott. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's got it to Burns. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. They'll throw again. Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
51, Mike. Mike 51.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Everyone, 180. Switch and 8. Switch and 8.
Third and long for Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And almost intercepted. That would have been his third pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Hey, here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. You got three. 3 down.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now Scarborough. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,